GB newscast Rafe Heydel-Mankoo explained the case for fresh calls for Prince Andrew to be stripped of his titles. Eamonn Holmes pointed out that his reputation, in general, would remain in tatters as the public see him as a busted flush who isn't wanted. Eamonn and Isabel Webster explained there would be a meeting to decide if the prince should be stripped of his titles. Eamonn stated, "The meeting follows calls made for the prince to relinquish his Duke of York title in wake of the sexual assault case brought against him, which is now being settled out of court, which he denies any responsibility or guilt for." Broadcaster and commentator Rafe Heydel-Mankoo joined the journalists as Isabel Webster asked him, "Is this significant? How important would that be to the Duke of York, and how much of a blow would it be if he were to lose his title?" Rafe replied, "Well, there's no greater honor than honorary freedom, and in the case of York it's been held by some powerful figures, Churchill, the Duke of Wellington, they've all received this honor. So it's quite understandable that given the events of the past 2 years it's undoubtedly the case that has bringing the title and the honor and the city into disrepute. He got it in 1987, and there's now also a call, of course, for him to lose his peerage title as Duke of York. Whilst it's very easy to get rid of honorary freedom, getting rid of a peerage title is a lot more difficult." "Okay," Isabel commented. "But at the end of the day, Her Majesty will have the ultimate deciding decision on whether or not to strip him of his title." Actually, that's not the case, Rafe argued. "The Queen and the government can remove most honors, but a peerage title is a different animal altogether. It requires an act of Parliament to remove it. The Queen can't do it herself. The last time that was done was in 1917 during World War I with the Titles Deprivation Act, which was an act to remove titles from German princes." Eamonn chimed, "Whatever the legalities, how easy or how hard, the message must be getting through to Andrew, you're a busted flush, you're not wanted here. Do you know, are people just shying away from him in general? He hasn't got to be an official role. If any of us were invited now to some sort of function with him, I presume everyone would run a mile." Agreeing that this is the general view, Rafe added, "and has lost all of his other honors and positions." He added, "So I think this honorary freedom is the last one. I just wonder where it leaves him with something like Royal Ascot coming up," Eamonn considered. "Would he brazenly appear there?" he asked the broadcaster. "Well, given his prominent position at his father's memorial service, escorting his mother, I certainly wouldn't be surprised to see him at Royal Ascot," replied Rafe.